Hey guys, it's Shameca here, and I just wanted to take a couple of minutes and record a quick training on how to sell free sessions. We had a question come up in the Power Players Playground about free sessions and that people don't value them any longer. And, part of that is true. So I want to kind of go through what I do because I build my business basically, I would say 98% by doing free sessions. Hardly ever anyone will ever go to a sales page and purchase from me. Um, the majority of people who enroll with me are because they come to me for a free session and then we decide to work together from that point. So I want to share with you some of the tips that and tricks that I use in order to make sure that these free sessions are seen and positioned as valuable, as opposed to just something that I do. So I'm actually going to roll through um, this presentation in the mode that it's in and just kind of share some of the strategies that I do. So one of the biggest questions I get asked all the time is, how do I get people to sign up for these free sessions? Where do I find them at? So I just put a list of places where these are my top 5 places that I run into people who want to do free sessions with me. And so today, what I'm going to do is walk you through these top 5 places. I'm also going to walk you through some scripting on things that I say that gets people interested because it's all in the positioning of the sessions. People just don't value just your time. If you tell them, oh, it's going to be an hour session, or if you want to jump on the phone with me for 30 minutes, they're busy too. In their mind, they're thinking I could be doing something else at that time. So whether or not it's free, it doesn't matter to them. But if you can help them get a specific result, then they will say yes. And so you want to start using language that makes them hungry to want to know more from you. And so I'm going to teach you how to do that today. Then from that space, I'm going to roll you into the second part of the languaging, which is the actual invite into the session. How do you invite them into the session and get them all set up and squared away? So I'm going to take you through that right now. So let's just start with the top 5 places. I mean, it seems simple. You have them there. Networking events. So networking events are just like your normal day-to-day, they're focused on networking. You're not there to really learn anything. So it can be a chamber of commerce event. It's just like a meet and greet. There might be food around. There are organizations that are structured networking, like Christian Business Partners, BNI, which is Business Networking International. There's Team, which is another networking organization, which is strictly focused, structured networking for the purpose of exchanging referrals and sharing information about each person's business. So that's the first place that you could go. The second in the top 5 are in-person events. Now, how does this differ from networking events? I know you're probably thinking, okay, isn't that the same? Well, it would be slightly different. So networking events, you know that you're there strictly to network. But in-person events could be like going to your Kiwanis Club or Toastmasters or a small business expo, your golf club, your country club, meetups, for business and moms meetup clubs. So these are in-person events, but they're not necessarily set up for structured networking. What are some other organizations that I can think of? Rotary clubs, those kinds of places. So any kind of in-person events where you're going to be hanging out, having fun, places where, people that you want to work with hang out. Those are great places. So like if you're a relationship coach, you could hang out at singles mixers, because you're going to be networking with people that are looking for love, right? So what you want to think about are some target-rich environments and places where your potential clients hang out that you can go to in person, okay? These are events that you're either going to attend locally or you can travel to, okay? The other and the third, this is the best one for me. The third one is those multi-day events. I attend events for networking. I'd rather not go to hour-long networking meetings or one-day trainings. I go to 3-day events for the purpose of learning and yes, and building my business, but mostly for the networking. I have never left a 3-day event without earning more or picking up at least enough clients to earn myself $3,000. That's the least amount of money I've ever earned, whether I've traveled or stayed in my city, local area. 3-day events allow you the opportunity to go deep with people, get to know them. They get to know a little bit about you. When I'm at the 3-day events, I do a little bit of coaching if people will allow me to. And so I'm giving a lot in that atmosphere, and people get to know you. And it just really accelerates that know, like, trust factor. So I've found doing at least one 3-day in-person event per quarter has been most beneficial to the growth of my business and to getting people who want to do free sessions with me. Okay, and let's see. The fourth one would be your own events. I mean, get 15, 20, 30, 50 people in a room and share some of your knowledge with the right power talk structured in the right way. Make an offer to that room for free sessions. Typically, when I do this, whether I am the speaker at another person's event or my own, if there's at least 25 people in the room, I would say 90% of the people raise their hands to sign up to get a free session with me. I usually, depending on how large, if it's 300 people in the room, I might cut it off at a certain number, like I may give away 30 or something like that, put a limiter on it. But if you have the right power talk put together and you give people the right amount of information and make a great offer, the majority of people in the room will take you up on your free session. So you can do that for yourself. So you can speak at somebody else's events, or you can create your own events and put people in the room and do the same exact thing. A few hours. I've done it with a couple of hours. I've done it with 4 hours. I've done it with a full day. I've done it in 10 minutes. The process works, and it's super powerful because, again, you're standing in front of the room. It accelerates the know, like, trust factor, and you are now seen as the authority, and they just want to hear what you have to say, and they're eating it up. All right, so the last and final one is your social media. Social media is one of the biggest ways that I've built my business. I wouldn't call myself a social media guru, but I do like connecting with people. And because of that, a huge part of my business, if it hasn't come from speaking or attending events and seeing people face to face, has come from social media. Specifically for me, it's actually been Facebook. So you can join Facebook groups. There are so many groups. Now, again, you're looking for target-rich environments, just like you would in the live networking sites, networking opportunities. You're looking for target-rich environments on the internet. So join Facebook groups that focus on your target market. So again, if you're a weight loss coach, there are Facebook groups for that. If you're a dating coach, there are Facebook groups for that. If you're a marketing coach or a business coach, there are groups where your target markets hang out. Now, it doesn't mean to just go in and blast your offer, come do a free session with me. The trick to this is that when you're a part of these groups, you don't want to be all spammy and try to just get, come over here to my site, come join my group, come do a free session. You want to give. So just like I do on my 3-day events where I'm coaching and giving and sharing, that is what I do. Content is king. So you can post videos, you can share little scripts that you've created that are out of your programs. If people ask questions that you have the answer to, don't be afraid to get in there, answer, and just give with an open heart. Another way social media sites work for getting people is you literally can advertise on Facebook. And I do that also. So I advertise on Facebook for people to do free sessions with me. Do I call them free sessions? No, we're going to talk about that in a little while. But I run Facebook ads where when people click through, there's an opportunity for them to have a one-on-one session with me. That's no cost. I also do Facebook ads that run to videos that then offer a no-cost session. Or I do Facebook ads that run to a webinar that then ask for no-cost sessions, and I get clients like that. With my most recent example with webinars, I've actually created almost $40,000 using Facebook ads to people I don't know, offering a free session with me, and then selling them into a high-end offer, the lowest of that being $5,000 and the highest being $10,000. So that does work. So those are the 5 places that you can find clients who will take you up on your offers for free sessions. But how do you get them to say yes? Again, the question was posed. People don't value free sessions. They don't value free. And there is some truth to that. While I feel like where people's money goes or their investment is, where their treasure is, their heart is too, so they're in it to win it when there is an investment involved. But when you position a free offer in a certain way, they understand and they get and understand the value of it. They will show up full force, and you'll have more people saying yes. So I want to show you how to do that now. The first thing is, what do you say when you meet people in some of these areas that I just talked about with you? So I'm going to take you through that. It's all in how you position the offer. So the first part of what you say, I'm going to talk about how do you explain how you help people. See if I can get this slide to change. Yep, went down too far. All right, so what do you say? So here is the biggest thing for me. Focus on results. Get them excited about the possibility of spending some time with you, working with you, getting to know you. But here's the saying that I have all the time. Every call, every sales call, every discovery session, every strategy session, every call needs a leader, and that leader is you. So you're leading them through what their next steps are to work with you. So you're not just saying, hey, I have this free session. Do you want to take me up on it? You're kind of saying, hey, I have something of value to give to you, but here's what I need you to do in order to qualify for me to spend my time giving it away to you for free. Okay? So when people say, when you meet someone at these networking events, these 3-day events, you're meeting them online, even on social media, you need to be able to explain to people what you do. And just to say simply that I'm a business coach, or I'm a health coach, or I'm a marketing coach, or I am a speaker, whatever it is that you do, I'm a social media coach, or even if you're not a coach, consultant, whatever you do, I'm a massage therapist. When they meet you, at first, they're not necessarily going to be interested in working with you. And if you don't know what to say, they're not going to be drawn to you to even get to know if they want to work with you. So you got to know what to say. That's the first step. So if you're explaining, hey, I'm just doing free sessions because I want to practice them, no one really cares unless they just want to support you. But they need to know what they're going to get out of it. So you want to start with results-driven language, so they can know how to interact with you. They can know and be excited about the possibilities of working with you. You've got to be able to say the right things, okay? So when you're in these spaces, people will ask you, what do you do? Or you'll come into a Facebook group and they'll invite you in and say, introduce yourself. You don't want to just say, I'm a health coach, okay? What you want to do, let's say you are a health coach. Or, you know what? Yeah, let's say you're a health coach and you focus on helping somebody lose weight. Instead of saying, and your focus is to help people lose weight, then instead of just saying, I'm a health coach, or I'm a weight loss coach, I'm a fitness coach, you could say something like, I help people get thin and energized and healthy and stay that way forever. Now that piques people's interest. So how can you talk about what you do with results-driven language without giving yourself a title? For me, sometimes I'll say something as a business coach. I'll say, how would it be if or what would happen for you, or what would it be like for you if your annual income became your monthly income? Well, that's what I help my clients do. I help them grow their businesses, double, triple, and even 10 times their earning potential. Okay, so now people are interested. If I were to just say I'm a business coach or I'm a sales coach, I wouldn't get much interest. People just kind of smile, and I've tested it. I just tried it recently while I was at a 3-day event, and the smirks that I got when I said I'm a sales coach. I'm a sales coach. I got nothing. But the moment I started to talk about how I help people and the results, people were like, whoa, okay, how do you do that? And then I've got their attention. Okay, so again, like if you're a dating coach, instead of just saying, well, I'm a dating coach, or I help people find true love, you can say, I help women find the man that they'd eventually like to marry and create the kind of relationship they'd like to have together that would last a lifetime. Because again, now people are interested. Even if it's not for them, they're interested that there may be someone that they know that could help them. Okay? So you get that? It's results driven language. So I want you to start practicing. How do you answer the question, what do you do? Okay, focus on the results that people are looking for. When you have the right words, language is everything. I always say your voice is the most powerful income creation tool on the planet. People will be drawn to you. Okay, people will be drawn to you. What other examples can I give you? I did a relationship, I did dating, I did weight loss. I mean, those are a lot. Let's say you don't really know, like you don't really have something that you're focused on right now, you're trying to figure it out, but you want to practice having sales conversations. If you're not highly targeted right now, you could just say something like, I help people who want to make big changes in their life, break down their goals into simple action steps that are easy to follow, and I keep them on track until they achieve the results they're looking for. Okay, so or people who want to achieve massive results or who want to get things done, same thing. I help them break down their goals, simple action steps, easy to follow, and I keep them on track until they achieve the goals that they're looking for. So really, again, it's piquing their interest, results oriented language. All right, what's the next one? Come on. All right. So the part 2 of this is the invite. Now, if you're on Facebook, sometimes you are talking about what you do, so part 1 is necessary. Sometimes it's just straight to the invite. So you're in a video, you give a tip, and now you want to invite them into the session. So I'm going to walk you through, and I have a couple of these scripts. I actually have 2 that follows a similar pattern, but they're a little bit different in languaging. One, I think, lends more of itself to kind of like a very chatty communication type person, and then one is a little more structured. But again, it's about finding your own language. So after you tell them what you do, they'll say something like, really, how do you do that? Oh, that sounds interesting. Now you can do the invite. Okay, this is how you get people to your sessions. You can answer them, and it doesn't matter what your ideal client is, what your target audience is, this works. So you're going to say, it depends on the person or the relationship or whoever you work with, the kid, the family, the company. Okay. It depends on the person or it depends on the company. What I do is I look at their goals, their challenges that they're facing, and the opportunities they might be missing. And then I uncover any hidden problems that may be sabotaging their desired result. From that point, then I can create an action plan. We create an action plan together and we implement it so that they finally get the results that they've been looking for but have been unable to find. And then, of course, we address challenges that might come up along the way. And then they'll say, oh, okay, that's cool. Or they'll just be listening. And you'll just say, the best way for me to really take a look at all this and assess this is to have one of my, and then you throw in your name. So have one of my forever thin sessions. Okay. My business breakthrough strategy session, my finding lasting love. For Wendy, we talked about this today. My get it done sessions, finally get it done, make it happen session, anything. So in the more chatty version of it, I'll say, you know what? No one should ever have to struggle. So I'll talk to them about their struggles and what they have going on and how I help people and say, no one should ever have to feel that way. No one should ever have to feel like what they have isn't worth it or that people aren't willing to pay. Because it doesn't have to be that way. Do you agree? Or, is that something that you see? And what I'll say is as a matter of fact, I'm scheduling I still have a few openings for my Play Big sales sessions for this month. And I can schedule one for you right now. Okay, so that's a little more chatty way to say it. Or you can go with this script. So the best way for me to assess this is to go through my Get It Done Now strategy session. Well, we'll discover, we'll really get clear on your vision. That's going to help you get to your ultimate success or get to your goals. We'll uncover those hidden challenges that might be standing in your way. And then you'll leave the session feeling renewed, energized, and inspired to get results faster and easier than ever before or ever that you ever thought possible. So it's very conversational, but you can also write this languaging on a sales page. And in just a second, I'm going to take you to mine so that you can see some of the languaging that I used. So, and then you can share with them, like if you're someone who's looking for, and again, now you're going to insert the things that work for your business. So grow your business, meet someone special, finish that project that's been nagging you that you know will double your income, but you just can't seem to quite get motivated enough to get it done. This might be a great place for you to start. Okay. And then you just have a conversation. They'll start to chatter a little bit. You just pause and see how they respond. And you can say something like, because I'm here today at this meeting, or because you're on this call with me, or because you watched this video, I'd be happy to offer you one of those sessions on the house. Okay. This is something that people normally pay $500 for, $300 for. For me, it's almost $800 for my session. Okay. And then you'll just tell them, but what I want to do is thank you for spending time with me. Or if you're in a networking group, I'm new to this group and I want to get to know people in this community. So I'm offering it to anyone who's part of this group with my compliments. I only have 5 available each month. I still have room. And then you schedule it right then and there. And you make somebody happy. 9 times out of 10, when I offer my Play Big sales session to people, they are floored. They're like, wow, you would do that for me? And I'm going to show you why. So give me a second. Let me pull out of here. And again, the key here is you schedule it right then and there. So I'm going to go to, one second. I want to get to, there we go. All right. So I'm going to share my new website that I haven't launched yet. Okay, I think I'm sharing the right screen with you. Okay, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna make this bigger. All right, so here's what we're looking at here, and I'm gonna wrap this up with how to name your session. So this is how I sell on my page, but it's also how I sell it in my language. So I'm telling them to complete the form below. I have a process. The reason why I tell people, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule you on my calendar, but here's what's going to happen. We're going to schedule it and get it down right now. You're going to get a welcome email from me. Right now while we're speaking, I put them in my, I use MailChimp, so I put them in my MailChimp. They automatically get an email. I go, hey, did you get it? Great. It's going to have a couple of assignments for you to do. Like I said, these sessions are $800 or $797. It's 2 hours of my time. I do sessions in 2 hours. You can do them in 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour, hour, whatever works for you. My investments are large, and I'm about coaching people to the next level. So I offer them a private Play Big sales session at $797. If I'm going to be gifting those away, I want to make sure the people that come are ready, they're inspired, and they're not going to play games, because that's a huge chunk of my time. And it's, quite frankly, almost $1,000 that I could make if I don't give it to you for free. So there's a few assignments. I know if you don't do those assignments, you're not ready to play big. So people are all in. They're ready to do those assignments, and they're ready to go, okay? And I just talk to them. So if you look here, there's a little bit more language here, but I say I take you through the same process I take all of my ideal clients through, and I do. And it's the same process that I use to create $30,000 in 30 days. And what we do is we give you the insights and the clarity that you need to be able to get more clients, make more sales, and automate things so you have less struggle. I have another one where I talk to them about clarifying their message, really getting clear on what they're going to offer as a high-end product that they can sell for $5,000, figuring out how they can sell it, who are they going to sell it to, and then how to actually sell it, where they're going to get those clients from. So that's the way that I language it, so they know when they spend time with me on the session, they're going to walk away with some deliverables. And then there's an application process that they go through, and I have some questions. I don't recommend anybody's application be this long. I've been doing this for a long time, and there's a reason why mine has all of these questions. It's a screening process for me. I know, again, if I'm going to give you $1,000 worth of my time, then you need to at least, have the desire to complete the assignments, complete this 15 question survey. If you can't do this 15 question assessment, then by all means, I'm not going to do this with you. So you can't call me and say, oh, I didn't get a chance to do that. I will not reschedule you because you're not ready. The work that I do is deep. It's hard. You're going to bump against your walls and your fears. And if you can't do that part of it, you will not do the rest of the work and you will not get results and you're not ready. So that's your process needs to be set up to support the type of clients that you want to work with and where you want your clients to be in their headspace, in their relationships, business, in their life, in their goals, in their what they're willing to do. So you can just ask 2 or 3 questions on here. It can be one big question. It doesn't matter. But have some kind of process that you take your clients through so that they know that your time is valuable and name the session. So I just wanted to show this to you guys so that you can see whether it's on a web page or verbally, you always want to position it as something that's valuable. All right, so I'm going to go back to the other window and wrap up this training. So I talked about naming your sessions. So another important thing to do to show value and to position this, you want to give it a dollar amount value so they understand, like I normally charge $500 for this, or I normally charge $1,000 for this. I normally charge, whatever the fee is that you would normally charge somebody to do this. Let them know that there is a fee, but there's a reason why I want to gift it to you. Okay, it's not free to everyone, and I don't accept everyone. All right, so you want to name your sessions. So again, free sessions, discovery sessions, clarity calls, free consultations, blah, blah, blah. No one cares, and they don't want them. Okay, so the other part of the positioning is naming it. So the right language to describe what the benefit's going to be for them, focus on results, right? The language to describe what you do and how you help people, focus on results. Give it a value and a dollar amount and let them know you're gifting it to them and have a specific reason why. It's going to be different in different areas. Okay. For me, I gift them sometimes when people attend my webinars. I gift them when I meet people for the first time because I feel drawn to them. There's all sorts of things, but then there's also people that pay me for those sessions. Okay. So the last thing is naming them. So here's a little power naming template that I put together. Again, as you saw, with me, I have a session that's called, I have a Power Up Your Sales session. I have a Play Big sales session. All of those names go with my programs and it goes with the languaging in my brand. So if you're going to sell them something, so like my program, that the live event is Play Big, High-End Client Intensive. I have another Play Big that's going to be focused on speaking to sell. So Play Big is a part of that. I know I'm selling the High-End Client Intensive. Power Up Your Sales is working with me strictly on just focusing on your sales and getting better at sales, or I might be selling Supernova Sales School or access to the Power Playground membership platform. All kinds of things. So the name of the program speaks to results, but also lines up with your brand and your offer. Okay, so again, I can do a sell more strategy session. I'm doing my sell more strategy session because my languaging and my branding talks about sell more. So here's some formulas for you to name your session. So you can say the enter result breakthrough session. So the Fabulous Over 50 breakthrough session. So again, you can call them strategy sessions, discovery sessions, clarity calls, but name them. Sometimes I just call them a program. I'll say I have a quick 2-hour Play Big sales program. I'd like to gift that to you, the full entire program. So there's a way to position it. The Step Up and Sell discovery session, that actually used to be one of mine, Step Up and Sell discovery session. The Skinny Jeans strategy session. So if you got a program that says, get back in your skinny jeans in 30 days or less, or 90 days or less, the Skinny Jeans strategy session would work. So again, it goes with the branding, but focus on results. If you have your target market would like to be in skinny jeans and your program is about getting them back in their skinny jeans, then naming your strategy session or your sales conversation, skinny jeans, the Skinny Jeans strategy session, they get it. The Fabulous Over 50 breakthrough session, yes, I want to be fabulous over 50. I'm not feeling so fabulous right now, but if you can help me get there, I would love to do that. Okay, so name it, results driven title, so they understand why they're coming to the call, but it also positions that value, not just a clarity call or a discovery session, but a named session with a dollar amount value attached to it that lines up with your program offerings and your branding. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful for you. I'm telling you, this is how I build my business. Everything I do leads to a free session. So free sessions do work. Um, and yes, I also charge for my sessions too. So yeah, there is some value given in these sessions, some clarity given to people in these sessions, some plans made in these sessions, but I'm not giving away the farm. That's a totally different training to kind of walk you through how to hold these sessions powerfully so people feel like they're being served deeply and they walk away with information that they can use to move forward without you feeling like you coached your butt off for no reason. It's not really about just coaching. It is a sales conversation. But yeah, just open up and stop focusing on selling so much and just start coaching people. Just start sharing your content. Just start getting things out there. I hope this has been helpful. I'm going to wrap this up and I will talk to you guys soon.